Hey, so it's finally the end of the year and a lot of really cool tech came out this year. And while we have 2024 to look forward to, here are some of the best tech that I've personally used and enjoyed using that I think is still worth checking out for 2024. Now, to start things off with what I typically cover on this channel, and it's smartphones. Now, a smartphone is something that we use pretty much every single day. And I think the best smartphone that came out this year, and this is just my personal opinion, and I'm basing this off of, the tech and the overall package, the design and the cameras, and it would have to be the OnePlus Open, also known as the Oppo Find N3 internationally. Now, foldables have been getting better and better each year, and I think OnePlus and Oppo really killed it this year with this phone. The size, in my opinion, is perfect. The inside display looks gorgeous with little to no crease, and it doesn't compromise on its performance nor the cameras. I think with this coming to the market, I can see Samsung doing something completely different for their Fold line next year, and I can't wait to see what they come up with. But just as a runner-up and a phone that I personally like using because I also use it as my secondary camera, the iPhone 15 Pro series, whether it's the bigger one or the smaller Pro series, Apple's 15 Pro series is my runner-up this year and one that I recommend people pick up as their all-in-one phone camera solution. While I still think photos taken on some flagship Android phones look better than what the iPhone can capture, the videos that you can capture with an iPhone, and more specifically the 15 Pro series, is just next level. With ProRes log and the ability to shoot on an external SSD like this 4TB Samsung T9 drive, it just takes mobile filmmaking to the next level. I love that I can shoot in log with my phone and I don't have to bring a mirrorless camera with me if I need to capture some B-roll footage on the go. Plus, if I record externally to my SSD, I can just plug this into my computer and I don't have to, airdrop my videos or upload my videos to Google Drive. This way, it's super seamless, it's just plug and play. But that brings me to my next category, the best camera. In my opinion, the best camera that came out this year is the Sony ZV-E1. If you're a YouTuber or someone who's looking to take their filmmaking to the next level and you don't have a full frame camera yet, the Sony ZV-E1 is basically a Sony a7S III that's just shrunk down. It's small, it's a full frame camera, it can record 4K 10-bit videos and shoot slow-mo 4K 120 with very minimal cropping. If you go back, maybe 6 months or so, the majority of the videos that I filmed were shot on a Sony a7S III and the Sony ZV-E1. The low light capabilities, the colors, the S-Log 3, and the form factor is basically what attracted me to buy this camera. But as a runner-up, I do want to give a shout out to the Sony a7C Mark II. It's basically a smaller version of the Sony a7 IV. It's slightly bigger than the ZV-E1, but it's more of a hybrid camera, which means it's perfect for taking both photos and videos. It has a 33 megapixel sensor versus the 12 megapixel on the ZV-E1. It can shoot 4K 60 with a 1.5x crop, although if you shoot in 24p, you can record in full frame. And in that full frame mode, you're actually getting a much better image since it's downsampling from a 7K sensor to a 4K image. That way you have a much cleaner look. Now, the Sony a7C II is the same price as the ZV-E1, so if you take photos and videos about 50-50, this might be the better option for you than the ZV-E1. But for me though, I think the ZV-E1 is my favorite since, I record more videos than take photos. And then for wearables, you'll be shocked to know that I believe the best wearable that came out this year is the Ray-Ban Meta glasses that came out a few months ago. These are basically your typical Ray-Ban sunglasses, but with a camera and a smart assistant built into it. It can record up to 60 seconds of vertical videos, which looks pretty impressive, by the way. They almost look like it's shot on an older iPhone, like an iPhone 11 or 12. It comes with really great set of mics, decent speakers, and pretty good battery life. Plus, the case it comes with looks like any other Ray-Ban case, but the special trick here though is that it charges your glasses once you put the glasses back in the case. Now, the actual case charges via USB-C, which is pretty awesome. You can pick from a bunch of different options like a matte black frame with gray polarized lenses like I have, or a semi-translucent frame with transition lenses, and it's honestly the best smart glasses that I've ever worn. Now, if you're not a fan of wearing sunglasses, the best headphones, in my opinion, that came out this year are the Nothing Ear 2s. For the price, it's one of the best wireless earbuds that I've tried. It works great for Android and works just as good on iOS. But what I love about this is its design, its sound quality, and the price. For $150, they sound just as good as Apple's AirPods Pro 2, but just almost half off. Now, these sit really well in my ear, and I love the transparent design that Nothing's known for. They also come in a black colorway, which is awesome, but this is the OG colorway. And if you're looking for something, to try that aren't AirPods, I'd give this one a look because they sound really good out of the box, and yeah, they're $150. Now, this next one, I actually just made a video on this last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, and it's my favorite gaming handheld. And of course, I gotta give it to the ROG Ally, the Z1 Extreme version. Gaming handhelds are becoming super popular as of late, and the ROG Ally, in my opinion, is one of the more powerful ones in the mainstream market and probably the only one with the nicest and more fleshed out software experience in terms of, Windows gaming handhelds. The screen looks amazing with a 1080p screen, 120Hz variable refresh rate, great set of controls, pretty good software experience, and I was able to upgrade the SSD from 512 gigs to 4 terabytes since this is basically a mini PC after all. But my runner-up in this handheld space though is the Lenovo Legion Go. It's a lot bigger than the Ally, but a tiny bit more powerful and offers a unique way to play the handheld since the controllers are detachable. Now, I did make videos on these two devices, so if you guys do want to watch them, I'll leave a link below that like button so you can find out more about these two devices. But yeah, the ROG Ally, if you're looking for a handheld gaming PC, this is the way to go. And if you want something that's a little bit more powerful than the Switch OLED or the Steam Deck, look into either the ROG Ally or the Lenovo Legion Go. And last but not least, the best laptop that came out this year is none other than Apple's MacBook Pros. The M3 Max MacBook Pro to be exact. Now, I will do a separate video on this specific laptop, the 14-inch and the 16-inch M3 Max MacBook Pros. But basically, if you're looking for the fastest and most powerful laptop for creativity, some gaming, or even do some machine learning AI work on the go, the M3 Max MacBook Pro is the one that you should look into. Now, as someone who edits a minimum of 250 gigs of 4K footage every single project with multiple plugins, a ton of multitasking and procrastinating while editing, this laptop can handle anything and everything that I throw at it. Now, if you are curious on which M3 Max MacBook Pro you should pick up, whether it's the smaller 14-inch or the bigger 16-inch, that video is actually coming shortly after the new year, and hopefully that can help you decide which one you should pick up, because there are differences, and depending on what your needs are, you might favor the one over the other. But yeah, that's about it. Those are my favorite tech products from this year, and hopefully we see more cooler tech come out in 2024. So make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of those videos, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next one.